everybody. So I said, you know what, let me do this video because there's a pandemic going on and people are not really taking this seriously. And I have to attest that I was one of those people. I was in New York being super cautious. I was quarantined with my girlfriend Donatella. We made, who is also My Hungry World on Instagram and all social media platforms. And we were being good girls. Then I said, you know what, I can't take this shit anymore. I'm going to Dubai. Went to Dubai, and in Dubai, if you guys don't know, it also has quarantine measures, but you can still go out, but you can't dance in the club. So you can go out, but the second you stand up to dance, there's gonna be somebody tapping you on your shoulder with the thickest eyebrows on the planet to say, have a seat. So that was cool for the first week, but then getting into the second and third week, I was like, you know what, I gotta get out of here. So I went, did I go back home? Did I go back home? Yes. So I went back home to New York. Did I go back home to New York? I don't even remember what I did. I be traveling so much. Anyway, I ended up going somewhere and then made my way to Nigeria. So I got to Nigeria, and when I got here, it was weird because people were going out, but like the clubs were getting shut down by like the club shutter downers, the COVID club shutter downers, and it wasn't everywhere and it wasn't consistent. But the inconsistency of going out and then halfway into the club it gets shut down, and then they come back with the music on 40 minutes later, you're dancing, and then the music, it was too much. Like, I came out to twerk and lose 2 pounds. I don't have time for this. Anyway, long story short, bye handsome, bye friend, bye brother in crime. So the inconsistency was so killing my vibe. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to Ghana. And I was hearing that all the big boys were in Ghana anyway, and you already know I'm going where the money resides. So I get to Ghana, and Ghana is open wide, like whoop, 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 whoop. So Ghana's open, and I'm like, I'm out of here. So Ghana was like, you know how Atlanta is open still? That's exactly how Ghana is. And Ghanaian men have big tits. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that. Ooh, okay, yeah, we're gonna take care of that. Anyway, so long story short, get to Ghana, I'm there, I'm chilling. And a guy that I had met in Nigeria when I was there for like the 5 to 7 days that I was there before I came to Ghana, was like, yo, what's up? I'm like, you got a plan for me? He's like, absolutely. Anyway, long story short, the night I saw him, I went to an event. This was my first night out. I went to an event. I was only there for 2 minutes because I was there to steal. I went there because the event was in my hotel, and I just wanted to just like steal some drinks, some water, you know, grab a few things from the fridge, and then go back to my room and put it in my fridge as though I brought it. Went upstairs, and the guy was like hitting me up. Anyway, the next day, he was like, yo, I got a coin for you. I'm like, all right, cool. So you already know I put it on him. That's what I do. And I got my coin because that's really what I do. And then the next day he calls me and he's like, I got something to tell you. I'm like, you got another coin for me? He's like, no. He's like, you should get tested. I'm like, what? Now, you already know, somebody comes to you with that, you already know what you think, and I was like, I gotta do what? I gotta do what? He's like, no, I need you to go get tested. I'm like, tested for what? He's like, you need to go get tested for COVID. I was like, first of all, I was like, and then I was like, what? Because you already know, COVID ain't as bad as HIV, but COVID will kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I got tested for COVID and I'm positive. I'm like, nigga, did you just, I'm like, are you trying to tell me that I might have an STC? Sexually transmitted COVID? At this point, I'm like, oh no. You already know when a guy busts inside of you and you know you took the plan B, so you know you're not pregnant, but you still tell him that you need to have an abortion. I'm like, oh, okay, he gonna play these games. He gonna have to pass some abortion money after this, even though we didn't have unprotected sex. But still, like, you gotta pay a tax on top of the coin that you gave me because I might have an STC, sexually transmitted COVID. Anyway, so long story short, I'm like, I don't have any symptoms. I'm good. Jesus love me. He's my boyfriend. I'm sorry. I have this Shirley Temple, and this shit got me lit. Anyway, so I was like, I'm good. 2 days later, who got a headache? And not just a headache. You know the headache where you get the headache and it feel like your brain is moving in your skull? Like, yo, slow down. That. Started feeling chills and a fever. First day. This is 2 days after he told me. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I slept with the AC on. That's probably it. You know when you know when something happens to you, you're always trying to think the best when you should be thinking the worst. Anyway, so actually my girlfriend had flu medicine. Girl who was staying with me. I'm like, whoa, people don't. I said, you might have an extra lipstick, you might have extra mascara, but you ain't gonna have no extra flu medicine. Why do you have flu medicine? She's like, I started feeling sick earlier today and I feel like I have a flu. I'm like, oh God. I gave her the STC. I ain't tell her nothing. I ain't tell her about the nigga because I'm like, she ain't gonna try to tax me now. Anyway, so she gave me the flu medicine and you're supposed to take two pills every 6 hours. I took 2 pills, then the next 6 hours I took 2 pills, another 6 hours I took 2 pills. So this was 6 pills over the course of 18 hours. 6, 12, 18, yeah, 18 hours. And then the fever went away. So within the day, within the 24 hours, my fever went away. Didn't have the chills anymore, but it was weird because I was sleeping and I was waking up in like a pool of sweat. But I didn't have a fever. Anyway, headache went away too. At this point, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm good. Maybe I just sleep with the AC on. Next day, I'm weak. When I tell you I'm weak, like I went into the shower and I thought I was gonna pass out. Like I was in the shower, you know. Well, first thing I do when I go in the shower is I wash my neck and then I go down. Anyway, I got to my vagina, which was like maybe 8 seconds in, and I literally had to crawl out of the shower and go into the bed. That's when I said I got corona. Because everyone is always talking about how weak you get so weak. I was weak. And I'm the strongest bitch I know. So if I'm feeling this way, I'm sure that everybody else who was feeling these symptoms was way worse. Long story short, well, short story long actually, because I'm not, but I'm like, oh my God, I think I got corona. What am I gonna do? So after about 3 days of feeling really, really weak and staying in the bed, I start to lose taste in my mouth and smell. Then I'm like, confirmed, I got the coronavirus. It's a wrap. Like, oh my God, this is crazy. What am I gonna do? But I was still okay. About the 6th or 7th day now, I start getting a cough. And I don't cough, but the cough was like non-stop. So I would cough and then it will stop and then it'll come right back and it'll stop and it'll come right back. So I'm communicating with the guy all this time and I'm making him feel really bad because he gave me a STC. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So he was like, let me take you to the pharmacy. Let's get some things. Let me get you some stuff from the supermarket. I was like, okay. So we went to the supermarket, we went to the pharmacy. He got me this medicine called Buttercup. Buttercup saved my life because at this point, what was happening was I was coughing, but I was also not able to breathe. Like the cough went from just being a cough to being like a cough with a constricted breathing pathway. So you know the little kid straws that kids drink from, or like a Capri Sun straw? That's what I felt like I was breathing out of. I repeat, I felt like I was breathing out of a Capri Sun straw. So when this began to happen, I'm like, oh my God, this is why people were dying from corona. Because if you have any sort of like bronchitis or asthma or any of these conditions, or even just really heavy set or obese, and you're breathing from something so small, you're gonna die. You're definitely gonna die. That day I felt like I was gonna die. I am not lying to you. I was like, oh my God. Like, I told my house girl travels with me when I travel throughout Africa. And I was like, girl, if I die, I need you to tell my cousin what a coin is and tell her to spend it. Don't give shit to my sister. My sister is a bastard. What? I'm gonna tell y'all the tea about that, but I have to give y'all that tea a little down the line. Anyway, so as soon as I took the medicine, I said, I'm gonna go to bed. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna wake up. No lie, I didn't think I was gonna wake up because I could not breathe. I could not breathe, I repeat. Anyway, I woke up about 6 hours later, and that buttercup cough syrup saved my life. I never coughed again after I woke up after taking that buttercup cough syrup. And that's the only other thing I took. I didn't take any other, well no, and I took 1 dose of the flu medicine again. And when I woke up, I felt 1,000 times better. I wasn't coughing anymore. So the fact that I wasn't coughing, I wasn't as weak as I was when I was coughing. So I felt better, even though the weakness still existed, but it wasn't the weakness with the coughing and the exhaustion, if that makes any sense. So anyway, after that, for the next maybe 7 days, I just gradually got better. I just felt a little bit better every single day. However, over the course of 3 weeks, I felt like all the symptoms were gone except taste and smell. Well, taste more than smell, but taste and smell. Like, I would take a shit and I couldn't smell it. There would be food cooking, I wouldn't smell it. I would be drinking juice that I love and I cannot taste it. I'm just drinking it for the hell of it. And loss of appetite. I lost a few pounds, I ain't gonna lie. So if you need to lose a few pounds and you don't have any like pre-existing conditions, you should take on just have sex with somebody that have COVID, because you can lose a few pounds. I lost at least 10 to 15 pounds, but I don't want you guys to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just go get some lipo or be a loser and go to the gym. I don't know, but what I'm saying to you is I lost some weight and I feel good and I feel sexy. So yes, I got sexually transmitted COVID.